Hey, what's up, everyone? Well, once again, my weekend plans have been thwarted. Is that a word, thwarted? My weekend got screwed up. It's not like I didn't get anything accomplished. I did, but not what I wanted to. Now, like when you make all these plans and it doesn't work out. That's what happened. So Thursday night, I was out in the garage loading up stuff in the 80, the Land Cruiser, to go out on Friday and have a cookout, get up in the mountains and relax. Just looking forward to some peace, quiet, and food. Well, once again, the winds have been blowing for like 2 weeks here, but they seem stronger on the weekends. They always seem stronger when I need to go out and do something. So I woke up Friday morning and it was nightmarish, gusty winds. It looked nice out, but it was actually pretty cold. They were cold winds. And there's a forest fire going on not too far away, 45 minutes to an hour. And the winds were kind of blowing from that direction. So I didn't go out. I took Buck, my dog, for a ride, came back and said, I'm going to put some time into working on the old Land Cruiser 60 series. And I did a few things in the engine bay, and I decided to get underneath to see what it was going to take to run all new fuel lines, and because I'm switching from carbureted to fuel injection. So I want to either run new lines, definitely run new rubber lines, because there is some hard lines most of the way. But I got back there by the tank and wow, I'm gonna have to drop the tank out. There's literally no room where the lines come off the top of the tank and go into the hard line. So that should be interesting. So I kind of poked around out there a little bit, and I don't know, I didn't work all day on it. All the parts that I got, nothing came with it, like any instructions or recommendations, which I find a little odd. Like, I'm not just buying one part from some random supplier. I bought a kit from a company that does this stuff. They don't say anything about anything on their, I'm out in the desert, by the way. I came out Sunday afternoon just to get my fix. Came out to the desert in the Jeep. And I can hear the squeaking back there. I really got to replace. I finally figured out what it was. It's the links. I have these Heim links to the sway bar, and it's the balls. It's your balls in the link that are somehow they got corrosion or debris or something in there. So I'm out there on the 60 trying to get stuff together, and I get that a company doesn't want to take like liability or responsibility for giving you instructions on some aftermarket stuff like that. When it's like a lift kit or something really straightforward, and the manufacturer of the lift kit, of course they give instructions, but I didn't get anything, and I could just throw it all together. But the whole idea was these people do this stuff. Like, they've done a lot of these. And I figured if I get the kit from them, I'm going to get some of their insight into what they've done, what they've found, I got dried mud balls on the roof I can hear from who knows how long ago. So I stopped work on the 60 and I kind of just did some other stuff. Then Saturday morning I got up and same thing, except this time the wind shifted and it was blowing the smoke bad, really bad. I thought it was gonna go out. I thought they had like it contained on Friday at late afternoon, because everything turned to really white smoke. We had the aircraft going and the helicopters and obviously the hot shots and everything out there. But the smoke turned all white. I'm like, oh wow, maybe they got it. No, Saturday, it was bad. Air quality was super bad. Went for a ride with the dog. Went and, took care of some stuff around town, stopped by Harbor Freight. Just, did some things like that. Then I decided I'm not going out. Like, it's the whole area. Like, everywhere I go is just miserable with smoke and wind. So that's my day 2 got snuffleupagus. But I decided to, I had pulled the Jeep out. That's why I'm in the Jeep right now. I took the Jeep out of the garage, which was a big ordeal because I've got it set up to where I can get the 80 in and out, just drive it in and out. So anything that I have on the floor, you know, the Grom motorcycle, all that stuff was packed around the Jeep. So it was kind of like you had to, I had the 80 out, so I moved everything on that side, pulled the Jeep out, moved everything back over and pulled the 80 in. And I'm like, you know what? This is stupid. This is one of the reasons why I don't, is that just throwing mud? I just thought my tire was throwing mud. It's one of the reasons I don't drive the Jeep that much. I mean, other than the fact that, you know, these other things I've been working on, they're new to me. They're old in life, but they're new to me. And I get them and I put some stuff and work on them. And then you're excited to go out and you know, drive your new vehicle and try out all the little tweaks that you did to it. It's not that the Jeep, I don't love the Jeep. I mean, I do. Every time I get it in my head that I want to sell some stuff because one, I need, you know, I could always use the money. And two, it's just I've got too many vehicles, right? Too many vehicles. Well, the first thing that always comes to mind is what do I not use? Well, that much. Well, the Jeep, right? So but the Jeep is this is my newest vehicle. Like, this is a 2016. Everything else is like 15, 20 years old. So, but then I drive it, I'm like, oh, there's no way I want to sell this. This thing's way too much fun. So you go round and round with that. So where was I at? I was talking about cleaning the garage, right? If you look, you can kind of see where the fire is over there. The wind has shifted to blowing to the south. I don't know, it might be hard to tell on this camera. It's still going though. It's up and over those, it's in those mountains there, which are some of the mountains that I go to all the time. It really sucks. I haven't looked it up, but I bet some yahoo started the fire for being an idiot, which is almost, I mean, out here we get a lot of lightning strikes that start fires, but there's been no rain and thunder and lightning. So this was somebody being stupid, you know, I'm sure of it. And they decimate an area forever. Anyway, so after doing all this moving crap around, it's like, man, I never get, it's not true. I was gonna say I never get rid of stuff, but I do. I actually got rid of like 80% of my stuff when I completely moved to Arizona. I had moved out here 2 years, for 2 years, but I still had all my stuff at my house in California. Well, when I finally decided to sell that and move all the animals, everyone out here, everything in my garage, all my welders and my pipe benders and everything I had for fabrication and a lot of tools and things like that, I got rid of them because I had to. I had no room out here. Out there I had, you know, a half an acre of backyard. Here I've got really nothing, which is fine. But the stuff I do have and the stuff I did bring, it's all in my way. In my garages, because I never used to park cars in the garage. I had all this space, so now I live in an area that, you know, I'm the only guy with cars in my driveway. Everybody else, you know, it's older people. They have one car and they park it in the garage. So I decided, you know what, it's time to do a garage cleanup. I can't go out and do anything because the weather's miserable. The smoke was nasty. It's even windy today. Like, I'm just out here in the desert getting my 4-wheel drive fix on, going down this. It works its way all the way down there. And then I can also go up in those mountains there from here. It's a little desert area. I really like this area. So I'd been looking for some solutions to garage storage. Now, I have some cabinets in there, but they're all full of like stuff that we brought from California. Dang fly. Stuff we brought from California. And I haven't had time to go through it. And I've been here, you know, that's us been here for over 3 years now. So that should tell you something. Haven't had time to go. There's one fly out here and it's bothering me. Because I try to park 2 vehicles in there, I can't really put too much on the sides, like shelving down the sides. I have some. So I'm looking up, you know, they're like 10-foot ceilings in there, whatever. The whole house is like 10-foot ceilings. So the garage has like 10-foot ceilings. I'm like, there's all this wasted space off to the side and up. So I looked at Home Depot and they had some of these ceiling hangers where they, like, basically it hangs a platform down. You can put stuff up there. And of course the ones that look good and look tough and strong and heavy duty, they were out of stock. The only ones they had were these lighter duty ones that could hold 250 pounds each. So I got a couple of those and I put them in. And it wasn't too bad of a job. You got to find your studs, you know, your rafter studs. And I actually didn't miss any. I drilled out 8 holes and I didn't miss a stud, so that's pretty good. So once I got it done, I'm like, what am I actually going to put up here? Like, a lot of my stuff is kind of heavy, and you don't want to put heavy stuff up there, metal, things like that. But there was some like spare carpet that you keep in case something gets damaged. So I got some rolls of carpet, which is kind of heavy. All these pieces of wood I use, whether it's built, you know, it's from building and it's also from getting stuff to kind of hammer on, and just all my wood scraps went up there. And a few other things, and it actually cleared out that side pretty good. I mean, the only thing that's there now is the Honda Grom, and I'm looking to sell that. Actually, I have a couple people here in town that want it. I mean, I know a lot of people want it. The only problem is the people that want it, they just don't have the money, you know, and I get that, right? I mean, when I was younger, of course I would have wanted that thing, but I couldn't afford it. You know, I try to lower the price as far as I could, but you know, at some point you gotta still get some of your money back. And then the off-road trailer, I might have a line on selling that, which is huge because that's taking up all my room in my workshop garage, which is nightmare. You know, I have to like get sideways and go buy it to get it when I'm working on the 60. And that's a pain getting back and forth, but I might be selling that next week. So I guess basically to sum up the weekend gone awry, I did get some stuff done Friday, you know, in spite of the wind and the fire and the smoke and all that. That's really what kind of kept me from going out doing anything. The wind today is bad. It's not quite as bad out here. It's constant and a little gusty, but I couldn't cook out here. I can't deploy. This is the other awning I was talking about. So this is the Easy-On awning. And it deploys, you know, 270 around the back, but it also has a piece that comes straight out here. So it actually gives you more coverage, but it has all these poles you got to drop. And in this wind here, it would get destroyed. It would absolutely get destroyed. I mean, in this kind of wind, I probably wouldn't deploy the one on the 80 that we talked about with the trusses. I probably wouldn't, just because I wouldn't want it, you know, I think it'd be strong enough, but you just don't deploy your awnings in winds this strong. So like I said, it's not like I didn't get anything done. On Friday, you know, I got some me and dog time in the morning, went for a ride, and then I worked on the 60 and I kind of got some enlightenment on about how much longer it's going to take just to get it running, because there's a few things that you want to absolutely do right, and running the new fuel lines and getting all the fuel perfect, getting to that new fuel injector is very, very important. Cleaning up all the grease and oil and road dirt off the motor, I was trying to do that at first, but that's not what's important. What's important is the fuel stuff. So it's going to take a little time. I got to drop that fuel tank. And then Saturday, even though I didn't get to do what I wanted, I got the Jeep out. That's what we went for a ride in. And then because I did that, I realized, man, it's time to to get organized a little bit more in the garage. It's funny, I find myself, I'm not cleaning the garage, I'm organizing. I'm finding ways to pack things in better. I literally didn't throw anything away. I just pack things together better. And there's only so long you can keep packing and packing tighter and tighter and tighter until you're out of room and you have to get rid of stuff. But that helped out. Now I'm going to be able to back the Jeep in there, no problem. I'll just have the Grom in the way. And if I can offload that thing, man, oh, it's going to be like, it's going to be so good. I could definitely use the money from the trailer and the Grom with, you know, doing all these fixes and repairs and upgrades on all the vehicles and getting that stuff literally out of my way. It's like, I know it's a weird thing to say because I wanted that trailer so bad back in the day, and I wanted that Grom, and I had fun with both of them, but it was short-lived. Like, this wasn't a long-term thing. Maybe a year with the Grom and it was okay. Now, this is back in California where, I mean, you can get smashed anywhere you go. The traffic there and the people and the drivers, I mean, there's just less people out here. There's still crazy drivers everywhere, I guess. And the trailer, I got a couple of good uses out of it, but you know, it was right about the time we stopped doing Can We Survive, and that's what I needed it for when we were going on those week-long trips. I packed all of our food and our supplies in there. And that's what it was mainly for, because I only had the Jeep, and you know, everyone knows there's limited amount of space in a Jeep. So anyway, sorry again, I didn't have like a pretty cool video to do stuff, but last weekend when I didn't make a video, it was exactly like this, less the fire. It was super bad winds. I think it's been windy all over the place. You guys have probably been experiencing wind yourselves. Wind is the, you know, my ultimate kryptonite. It really is. Not rain, not snow, not heat, not cold. Wind. Wind is my kryptonite. I hate it. If I could punch it in the face, I would. Twice. So you know what? I'm not even gonna film what I'm doing out here. I'm just out here getting in the dirt, making sure that the Jeep still remembers what the dirt is like. Probably give it a rinse at one of those spray off places on the way home. And when I go back home, I'm going to do a little bit more cleaning. I got some junk in the little garage, like the old seats, seat covers and all that. I'm not throwing that stuff away. I got them in bags. I'm gonna put them up there on that little shelf and kind of go through my little shop, because as soon as I can get that trailer out of there, oh, it's gonna be so good. I can spread the benches out, get to my toolboxes really easy without having to get my junk hung up on the vise. Yeah, you don't want to know. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed like the update. It's interesting. The fire is starting to, yeah, man, fires. It's pretty early in the season for a fire too, but hope you guys found some of this interesting. I like sharing it with you guys. You guys probably do the same kind of stuff. You just have an idea in your head. You get up, you're like, well, that idea's out the window. Well, hope you guys had a good weekend. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.